was able to speak directly to Dr. Jordan Peterson. As many of you know, if you donate $100 a month to his Patreon account or more, you're able to have a half an hour Skype session with him. And I heard about that, and I took the opportunity to sign up, and a lot of those funds, from what I understand, will be going to finance the building of the online university that Jordan's trying to put together to have a classical Western humanities centered program, and that just seemed like a great thing. And who doesn't want to talk to Jordan Peterson, given the kind of impact that he's had on me and many other people. So I'm such a wildly sordid individual, just the pinnacle of sordid. You guys, you don't even understand. So sordid, in fact, that when I recorded our conversation on Skype, I did not record audio with it. So listen to every word that I have to say and just take it as gospel. Sincerely, I've got it, all figured out. Anyways, I'll get going here. This is the first image that I saw. Look at that. Just opening up your Skype window and seeing Dr. Peterson looking back. It's a surreal moment because, I've spent dozens and dozens of hours listening to, all of his lectures and stuff like that. And then, there he was in the flesh. It was very, well, not in the flesh, but you know what I mean. It was incredibly surreal. And, I'm somebody who has considered themselves an atheist for a very long time, and about over 10 years now. And Dr. Peterson has helped me actually, reconsider that position. And I know that in our conversation, I was able to express my gratitude over that, and found that that was part of his journey as well, was essentially being a kind of atheist. And they said that a lot of the people who engage with Christianity and stuff the best, especially if you're raised with it the way I was, are people who actually eventually become atheists, because they don't just take it. They're not just spoon-fed it and just accept it. They really, challenge all of the different elements of it, and they want it to make logical sense. So it was very cool talking with him about that. And obviously, there's only so much that I'm going to be able to show here of interest, given the fact that it's pretty much just Jordan Peterson's face and my lovely face down there in the corner. But there is one moment that I think actually does translate pretty well, and it comes later in our conversation. So here's a moment where I told Dr. Peterson a story about something that happened to me recently at work. So I share an office with someone who is a good friend of mine, and she's very postmodern in her beliefs. She's a feminist. She's very liberal, but she's a very good person, and she's someone that you can have an intellectual discussion with that doesn't dissolve into just complete madness. So our views have diverged a lot recently, as I've moved away from that sort of thinking. And I told her that the foundation of Western culture was true speech, was logos, speech that makes order out of chaos. And when I said that to her, she got tears in her eyes. She didn't say anything. It just had an impact on her. And if you see what Dr. Peterson just did, that's when I told him that. And that was a pretty incredible moment to, hear something that he had told me, had told all of us, that I found very nourishing to my soul, to hear that that's what all of this is predicated on, and which enriched my understanding of free speech, and why that's so important, and the importance of speaking truth, of being genuine in that way. And the fact that I was able to relay that to someone else, and then have it have an impact on them, and then to be able to tell Dr. Peterson about it, and then him to be moved by it in the way that he was worth the entire conversation. So, all of this stuff is it's powerful. It's nourishing, and regardless of whether anybody winds up saying, "Oh, well, I'm a Christian and I believe all this," is besides the point. It's just that I don't think we should forget a lot of these lessons that we've learned in Western philosophy, and we shouldn't just dismiss them as mere superstition or old hat or whatever. It's like we're always updating culture. It's always changing. You're saving your father from the belly of the beast. So it doesn't mean that things won't change. We don't need to be the way we were back then, but it's important that we don't forget. And I think that my experience with that girl, with that woman, my friend, is evidence to that. So I'll talk to all of you later.